This is the secret question you need to ask to qualify whoever it is you're hiring for your SEO. Have them show you proof of performance. Welcome everybody, episode 6 of the First Page or Die podcast. This is the hardcore struggle and journey to show up on the first page of Google. The purpose of this podcast is to help businesses like you understand why you must show up on the first page of Google or die. That's right, not you, but your business. It will die if you're not on the first page, and this is what this podcast is about, baby. Yes, sir. We're episode number 6, so I hope you like the previous episodes. As always, please share, like, comment, and let me know what you would like to hear in the future episodes. I'll definitely take that into consideration. So I'm your host, Rob Pacinelli, VP, co-founder of thebestmedia.com, and we're here today. We're going to talk about SEO. This is going to be the topic for today. We got lots to go through, so let's get started. As always, I want to make you smile. I want to make you laugh, so I'm going to show us a new spin. Who here has watched Pulp Fiction? Probably everybody. So, great movie. Everybody knows this movie. And I've used this joke already in a previous episode, but it's so funny that I'm going to use it again, and it's just a better way to show it. So, where is the best place to hide a dead body? Yeah, on page 2 of Google. And this is coming from Pulp Fiction, baby, so you know they don't mess around. Samuel L. Jackson, John Travolta. I love this movie, and I love these scenes and the characters these guys play. I think it's much more relevant. Talking about SEO, what is SEO? Search engine optimization. This is literally your organic ability to show up in front of your audience on Google. Yeah, Bing, Yahoo as well, but since Google makes the majority share of search, let's just focus on Google. At least 80-90% depending on your industry. One of the most painful things that my clients go through when working on SEO is hiring a company, whether they're on, offshore, onshore, regardless where they are, it doesn't really matter because anyone can do good work. It's just a matter of what is being delivered, what is the quality of work. And what often happens, this may have happened to you. In fact, I guarantee it's happened to a lot of you. You hired a team or a person to do your SEO. Months later, no results, nothing has happened, and you're actually understanding that what they did is hurting you. So now you paid this person or team to do work for you, to make you more visible in front of your audience, but what happens is you're actually less visible. Google's penalizing you because of the work that they did. We're going to call this not best practices or black hat style SEO, which is very bad. You could potentially get penalized. And what happens is now you got to pay someone to fix this. And a lot of the ways this happens is so you will either buy links or pay someone to build links to your website. And then what ends up happening? You end up having to pay to clean them up again. And this is just to get you back to square one. You need to make the right decision when hiring someone for SEO. And here's the secret. This is the secret question you need to ask to qualify whoever it is you're hiring for your SEO. Have them show you proof of performance. What does that mean? Simple. Let them show you the SEO work they have done recently for another client, for themselves, for anything. And this is very specific. They need to show you, type in this keyword into Google and you'll see us show up on the first page. That's simple. If they cannot give you a good portfolio of clients that they have helped like this, I suggest you move on. And what's going to happen is you're going to find that the people that are offering you these services at low prices that are too good to believe is actually that. It's too good to believe. So there's a certain amount of work that's needed, a certain amount of effort. Therefore, you're going to have to pay a certain amount to get to on the first page of Google. Who here thinks you can easily rank on Google without putting a massive amount of work? Do you understand how much competition is involved? People are putting thousands of dollars in investments into work hours every week to get on the first page of Google. So if you think this is something that you could do easily or take lightly, you're definitely mistaken. There's a lot of work involved. I'm going to take us through a very high level journey of what that is. SEO, the first thing is to find out what keywords are you focusing on. Keyword research. I would equate this to being like the address on a map. So let's say you're going to a destination and this destination is a few hours away. You need to have a physical address to get you to that accurate destination. So imagine having the wrong address. What are the chances that you're going to get to your destination? Probably none. You got the wrong address. How can you get to your right destination? So creating or focusing on the wrong keywords is like going to your destination using the wrong address. It's not going to happen. So we need to make sure we pick the right keywords. And how do we do this? Simple. Make a list of what your ideal client would type into Google or YouTube to find your company, your products, your services. And this probably should, be 2-3 keywords at the very least. Number 2, take that keyword and go to either Google, type it in as well, and you'll see at the bottom of the Google search results, it also will give you recommendations of other related keywords. So this is often a good indication of other core keywords based on your keywords. And now take all of these keywords and use a tool like Ubersuggest. It's a free keyword research tool. You type it in and it'll give you the actual search volume per month in your country, which is very relevant because you don't want to focus on keywords that don't have a lot of search volume traffic. Low search volume basically means there's very little numbers of people typing that into Google every month. You want to be where there's floods of people typing a lot of keywords, but also very targeted. So use Ubersuggest, and then you're going to create even more keywords. And then basically it's called keyword mining and research. You're going through this process, doing all of these steps until you come up with a full list. Then you're going to take that list, you're going to type those keywords into Google and make sure that your other competitors are showing up and that this is relevant for your business and your goals. So researching the right keywords, I can't explain how important that is. You need to make sure it's targeted for your business and for your geographical area. And you don't want to use any two-phrase keywords. You want long-tail keywords. A great example, we're in Toronto here, so Toronto dentists. That's a very broad keyword. You might think, oh, that's very targeted. So number 1, the competition for that Toronto dentist would be massive. Number 2, it's so broad. It's not gonna give you the results that you want. So you want to go more specific. So let's say you do cosmetic dentistry, and this is what you want to attract new patients for. So you would want to show up or target a keyword like Toronto cosmetic dentistry or Toronto cosmetic dentist, something like that. Very specific, and still beyond that, you can get even more long tail. Using the keyword tool, like I told you, Ubersuggest, you'll identify what other long tail keyword opportunities exist, and then you use them. And then put that into Google to make sure it's valid and you're not off the mark here in terms of, is this a targeted keyword for your business? So we talked about keyword research and mining. That was a very short, sweet summary. Next, we're going to look at on-page optimization and off-page optimization. So now we got our keyword list here. Let's call it 10 keywords that you came up with. We're going to take that list of 10 hardcore targeted keywords and do the following. We're going to optimize your website with them, number 1. Number 2, we're going to do off-site link building with those keywords. So On page, what the heck is that? That's taking that keyword list and making sure your website represents well for them. And how do we do this specifically? Getting a little bit technical here, but I'll stay high level. So we take that list of 10 keywords and we're going to optimize the following on your website. Meta tags, this is the basics. Your title tag, description tag, keyword tags. Those are the 3 metas that we need to do, as well as your body tags. So you got H1, H2, H3 tags in the body. And then within that, we have also keyword density. So within the body, we want to make sure those keywords are listed enough, but not too much, enough that it seems natural, and enough where we have keyword depth and breadth. Meaning, so we can't just list the keyword and expect we're going to rank. We need to have other relevant keyword phrases Google would expect to see there when talking about that topic. And then the depth, the amount that you go in depth talking about that keyword is also important. So Google is looking for these signals, and it's very important to understand that you need to apply this to rank well. Lastly, link structure. We want to make sure your keywords are correctly used in the linking or your link structure. So when you create a page, let's say, again, using my previous example, Toronto cosmetic dentist. We want to have that as the actual text used in a link for your cosmetic dentistry treatment services, if that makes sense. This aligned with, if we're doing everything properly, we're updating the meta tags, we're optimizing your keywords on page, and then creating the link structure with the keywords as well. This is literally all the basics of on-page SEO. So we went really high level, we went really fast there, but lastly I want to touch on using a tool. So if you're using WordPress, which probably the majority of you are, use the Yoast SEO plugin. It's free for 1 keyword, and it'll help you get all the basics in order, everything we talked about here. And it uses 1 keyword per page, and I would suggest you use this strategy as well. So focus and target 1 keyword for every page. Using everything we talked about, you'll get great results, a lot better than what you probably have now. And we can get a lot more advanced there, but for the purposes of this show, this is all we're going to cover. But depth, the amount that we can go in depth here is huge. So I think I've covered the basics there. Now the last part, off page. So this is taking, again, that same keyword list of 10 keywords and optimizing your web presence through link building. So we're going to other third-party websites as targeted for your industry as possible and linking back to your website. So the more links you have, the better your authority, trust, and credibility in the eyes of Google, and the higher your search results will be. So what are we looking for here? So any website linking to your website potentially is positive. We don't want toxic links, meaning porn sites linking to you are not going to help you. You're gonna get downgraded there. Other websites that are not directly related to your industry, you don't want them really linking to your website unless it's in a realistic, positive way. But we want targeted websites linking back to you. So other websites that are talking about dentistry, that have dentistry related information, your Google My Business, your social media accounts linking to your website. These are all simple, easy links that you can build. So a lot of people will put these links inside the comments of blog posts. So you'll see often in the comment section, people are commenting and also leaving links. Best opportunities will be inside the body content of any other page. So maybe you can manually request this with someone in your industry that's related and that's not a direct competitor, and say, hey, let's put a link in one of your blog posts linking to my site, and then you could do the same back. Doing this manually, but not using any paid service to do this, because Google will penalize you for that. So what we're looking for here are as many links from targeted, related websites going back to your website. Links are like votes. The more votes you have, the more authority, credibility you're going to get. The more of these types of links going to your website, the better. The quality should be the focus of the website. So I would rather have one quality link versus 100 low quality links, because that one quality link will pay you so much more in terms of, ROI versus having a lot of low quality links. And, this off-page optimization, building these links, getting these votes is the hardest part of SEO. It's the most time consuming. And from an administration standpoint, it takes a lot of work. Why? Because you're building links and then they're getting taken down, so you're not sure which ones are active, and they're sometimes even changing. So yeah, it takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, and a lot of administration. There's a lot of tools out there available as well, but you can simply use a spreadsheet to start. And lastly, the keywords that we talked about, that 10 keyword list, we need to use those sparingly, not in an overwhelmingly amount, but for, I would say, 20% of the links that you're building should use keywords or related phrases linking back to your website. So Toronto cosmetic dentistry, for example, would be a great keyword to link back to your website, but only use one of them like that. Don't get all of them like that, because that would be what's called over optimization, and you would be penalized for that. So I think this covers everything. I believe there's literally, I could sit here for hours and talk about all the other details under each of these categories in terms of keyword research, in terms of on-page optimization, and even off-page. But again, the purpose here is to keep it high level, to keep it actionable, so that you can take these tips, implement them right away, and get some benefit for you. One of the easiest ways, here's a little tip, of getting these off-page links built quickly is through listings. Getting other business directories and listings, linking back, using those keywords that we talked about is so easy, it's huge. So that's what I would recommend. Take advantage of these free listings available and link them back correctly to your website. And if you want help with your SEO, reach out to me anytime. Contact us at The Best Media. SEO is one of our core, and we got really transparent reporting that shows you where you started before we do any work, where you are now. So the progress is so clear and transparent. SEO will give you the best traffic for the long term, and it's the best way to get sustainable leads, new clients, new business coming in always. So I hope you understand the importance. Once you are ranked on the top or the first page of Google, your competition will have to do more work to outrank you. So there's no better time than starting your SEO than right now. Start right now if you haven't. Contact me if you have any questions. If you want me to help you with that, no problem. And who I've learned a lot from, who's literally the world's best SEO agency and SEO guy. I know I'm basically promoting a competitor, but if you want to learn a lot more too, reference Neil Patel. He is literally the world's best when it comes to SEO. He's got amazing blogs. We do as well, but if you're really hardcore into SEO and you want to take a deep dive, Neil Patel is where you want to be at. Shouts out to Neil Patel. And that's basically it today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this. Share, like, comment. Let me know what you want to hear for the next episodes. And we're out. See you next time.